Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Yeah, welcome.
Our hosts today are Red Tank, Alex Ray, Toby Sayin. How are y'all doing today?
Doing pretty fine. It's in the morning, so there's nothing really special going on right now, except for this podcast.
Oh, cool. What about you, Alex?
I mean, it's morning, which is it's always better. At least it isn't Monday, so that's great. But yeah, that's me.
Well, it's a Thursday, so I don't know if that's any better for you, but let's keep going.
How about you, by the way?
Well, I woke up like less than an hour ago.
Oh yeah.
I'm still dizzy, but I'm still gonna go through this anyway.
All right. So, shall we move on to topics now?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Let's look at what we have today.
So, our topics for today are future video projects. Yeah, with videos too, as SkyTide. Wow. Next up will be Binary Star Adventures Q&A, which a lot of you guys asked. Well, not a lot, but quite a few. And then finally, the SkyTide 2023 roadmap. Yeah.
All right.
On to future projects.
All right. Let's begin. So, we had something planned since maybe for the last few months, which was a iceberg video in collaboration with Universe GI or G, whatever you call it. I don't know.
Yep.
Despite being 3-4 years on the server, I still don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's UG.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Let's continue. Wait, was that the only project that we had in mind?
I mean, that's the only project we really have planned, but we'd like to do more stuff, like gaming videos, maybe commentary videos, like in the older days.
Yeah. Where we're gonna play the Roblox games, brothers.
Yeah.
Just the old days. Or we go Minecraft.
Okay, that's actually a good idea.
That's a joke. Oh wait, what?
Minecraft nature, why not?
Why not? Okay, I retract my state.
I mean, we can do other games too, not necessarily Roblox only.
Okay, Roblox isn't exactly optimal for us anymore, so we're gonna branch into other games.
Yes.
The code was everything, right?
I think so. Yeah, this is not gonna be a very long podcast. This is a very short one because it's end of the year. Just have some fun.
Yeah, also, by the way, just to add as a side note, we are bringing back the New Year's countdown at SkyHub, and we're posting.
Oh yeah.
We decided we just want to relive the same thing from last year again because it's nice,
Yep. So if you're for some reason are lonely this year, you are free to join our countdown thing, Roblox. That's SkyHub.
Well, I'm just gonna let this stand like that.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on to the biggest part of the podcast, which is the Binary Star Adventures Q&A.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay, so for you guys, go to the channel suggestions channel in G.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna
go up to the.
Okay. Shall I do the questions? I will read them out loud.
Well, we do them each. Actually, hold on. Let me rephrase this. One of us is gonna
read the sentences.
Yeah, read the sentences, and then all of us can answer.
Yeah. Okay. I meant that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the first question from a barber from Baltimore said he asks, "What's heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers?"
They're both the same.
Damn it. Okay.
I refuse to answer.
No comments.
The truth must not be hidden from us. Okay. Next question.
Hold on. Yes.
Wait, before we continue, we have to let the meme live on. Autumn X.
No, I'm not. I'm never going to make that reference.
Max.
Absolutely never. Okay.
Ultimax.
HD version. Okay.
Okay, next question. This is from an Underworlder from Underworld. It's a binary star adventure question, and he asks, just been wondering, we've seen many mechanics from the trailer alone, many of which were puzzle themed, some combat themed, some on the scripting side, and some on the animation side. What was the most difficult mechanic for you guys to code in binary star adventure out of many?
Okay, so I suppose this is mostly directed at me, but I suppose Red can answer a little bit too because he a bit of a, but he didn't help. But
Yeah, I
but he
don't
can imagine stuff how I did it. So, yeah, there are quite a bit of mechanics in this game. The puzzles were like, I mean, by design they were pretty hard, but scripting wise they weren't that hard. So that's it was pretty easy to do. Combat, the combat is pretty complex because it actually uses combat system from an older project that's based off the code of the latest Dark Age Hunters source code. Sounds a bit confusing, but yeah, Binary Siphons actually still uses some of the code in Dark Age Hunters, which is pretty funny. But yeah, but the hardest, I would say, is actually the cutscenes. Those are the hardest to implement, not just because of the animations, but the timing. The timing is extremely hard to do in scripting because you have to account for lag and everything, and yeah, it's quite annoying sometimes, but it's absolutely worth it.
Yeah, with lag, he also means with the dialogue that can cause some problems with dialogue lagging behind while the next scene is already put into play. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think Crash can answer this question at all, so I'll head on to the next question. This is also a binary star adventure question, but it consists out of 3. And dear to each one of us, and I'll begin with Alex's. Which character was your most favorite in terms of gameplay, balancing, etc., and why?
Yeah.
Clap.
Clap. Bit hard because I haven't added all the characters yet. Yeah, I mean that sounds a lot, but still. But as it is now, I have to be honest. Mr. What a Duo was really fun to do because unlike the rest, he's actually uses just his fists. He's just barehanded. And the animations were also the most fun to make. It made me think a bit of Yakuza, you know?
I was about to say Yakuza type beat, but okay.
Yeah. The balancing is not so fun to be fair, but yeah. But yeah, he was one of my favorites. Work on.
Okay, I assume that's your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that is answered. And this next question is for Catch. How did you come up with the idea to use binary star logs as inspiration? Any certain factor or thing in the story itself made you feel like it fits as a game?
So, in order to answer this, I actually have to look back at the conversation I had with Alex.
Oh yeah.
It really started off when we just kind of started talking about the time decimation incident. We originally wanted to turn this into...
Sorry, the clock.
The damn clock, the enemy of us all.
Ah, come on.
The clock!
It's 2 minutes slow. Okay, anyways.
I'd like to mention one thing before we continue. This clock has destroyed a lot of recordings.
Yeah, fucking menace.
Okay, it's gone. Yeah, okay, sorry about that.
Okay, so...
DMs. We had the DMs.
Alex, we originally just wanted to turn the binary star adventures into a game. Like, no, wait. So the time decimation event.
Yeah, we actually used the time decimation reference.
Yep. So this actually happened really fast. because Autumn is awesome, and he gave us green light almost immediately. So we had the idea of using Underworlder in the game, and then after we got approval, I established some sort of story with Alex in the chat, and he was pretty excited because that was
damn excited.
It was a lot of vital information that I had posted that led us to making this as the plot. Fun fact, the plot was established in like less than 10-30 minutes.
Yeah, well, that was because of how well it fitted with the time decimation incident.
Yeah, that was actually the incident log I posted in announcements before. That was also part of it.
Yep.
And since SkyTide has been collabing with Universe G for like 3 years now, we decided we're going to make a little bit of a crossover story, which I actually also documented in my knowledge channel.
Yep. Yeah, I know this isn't part of the question, but there will be some references and cameos to other stories and games that you may or may not have seen before.
Such as Me Boy X.
Well,
I don't think you could understand that, but that's just for the other guys to find out, I think. Probably for the better. Okay. I spoke. Oh,
is that the question then? Or do you want to add something to that? Off.
No, I have nothing to do.
Okay. Well, I'll go then to the next question. This one is to Red if he's a part of the Q&A. Opinions on a Wabungus god. Now, to put into retrospect, there's several things we have to establish about the Wabungus Empire. In case of any further investigation of a federal entity, I do not support the Wabungus Empire. But putting into perspective the Wabungus Empire, we also had the Puffball Empire and the Shark Empire. Next to that, also the Dolphin Empire, which is the main enemy of all those three empires. But creating a god out of Wabungi is a really major step. And beforehand, the Wabungus Empires already tried to do this in the past. However, they were stopped by the Dolphin Empire because creating a god can have very devastating consequences. If you're making a god, you got to make sure it is loyal to you and you stay loyal to the god. And of course, the Wabungus are not loyal to any species or race, whatever. So that is a very simple question that I can very much answer. It is no, thank you. No Wabungus god, please.
Okay, that was quite an extensive answer, but thank you for that, Red.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. I'll head to the next question. This one is to both or either. I don't know who they're exactly talking to, but it's still from Underworld. The question is, assuming all the characters are references to individuals or characters in binary star logs, if you could add any unique character like Alpha, Zyro, Amanda, etc., who will you add?
Okay, Alex, you go first.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I already planned some cameos and other references, a rather obscure story sometimes. And sorry, I looked at the DMs and I. Okay. Okay. Where were you again? Oh yeah. So, any unique character? I mean, Cyril is a very interesting one. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know if I would add him as like a very important character into the story. I mean, maybe, but we'll see how well it fits to the whole scheme of things. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, how are you going to fit a machine gun into a time decimation event?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's kind of sort of the thing.
Yeah. I mean, Alpha is already kind of in binary star logs because it's referenced in
Iron Spectre, I believe.
Yeah, Iron Spectre's log. Yeah.
Oh yes.
And Nokia as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Nokia Fighters.
Nokia fighters.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
We weren't
No.
even talking, Robotnik.
Succumb to the Nokia fighters.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna give my take on this question real quick as well.
Yeah,
To be honest,
Go ahead.
What? Sorry, what?
go ahead.
Alright, so I was thinking we could actually fit any of the characters inside, like just if we just kind of change them up a bit. Because all of these characters that you might be hearing, except for Alpha, are characters from other, or just like OCs that we made. Like those were submissions for a character contest in the old SkyTide Discord, if you guys still remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Alpha, Zarel, and Amanda were basically part of this question, and Zarel and Amanda were those submissions that we had. I mean, we could actually just like implement them somehow if if I said we like just change them up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I actually even posted a showcase of Amanda in GI earlier.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I saw it. It was nice.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next
Hold on,
question.
I want to add one little thing.
Yeah?
I hope this isn't gonna give Awesome heart attack, but expect a little reference from Arcania. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Time for the next question.
Yeah.
This is from our very lovely sinner Meat.
Oh, hold on. I forgot to change the OBS.
Right as
Yeah,
I
there we
mentioned
go.
Meat.
Yeah.
Right as I mentioned Meat, chaos starts to ensue. Anyway, this is another binary Starlocked adventure question. Any plot deeds you can give out without being spoilers?
What can we reveal? Well. Someone is asking the real questions here, aren't they?
My answer is Tu Madre!
To matter.
Well, I can give you that, like many have speculated, I did say in the transmission video that multiple universes have been merging together.
Yeah.
But it's actually a multiverse.
Exactly. That's what Spectre's going to say in the second transmission, by the way.
Yeah. And there will be more transmissions videos coming out, by the way. Because you guys really liked it. They really liked it. So, yeah. And we already have one planned. I'm not gonna say much about it, but yeah, we have already one planned. Beside that, what did Iron Spectre say? Yeah, SkyTide Series has a time machine, a time space machine. I mean, yeah, that got a little bit of a weird update, and I'm not gonna say much, but look back at the time decimation instead, maybe.
Maybe look at the emails SkyTide sent out during
Look at the dates, maybe.
Because it's going to happen again.
Yep. And also, the main goal, by the way, in Binary Star Adventures is to locate a portal that travels to another world, and that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. I'll keep it at that.
Wait, what kind of world would we going? Oh my god, I can't English today.
I can't English. That's a meme quality quote right there.
What kind of world are we traversing through? Just like one. Tell us one.
Okay, I can. Okay, sure. What should I pick? I have 4 planned, by the way. Oh dang, I spoiled something right. Whatever. Okay. One is going to be a steampunk themed kind of world.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think that's it for the question then.
Yep.
Alright, I'll go to the next question, and this is from Kotgaton. I think I pronounced it correctly
You
this
did
time.
it wrong 2 years ago, was it?
Yeah, it was.
I hope it's right this time, but
I said Kotsaton last time, but I think it's Kotgaton. If I do it wrong, then sue me. Okay. The question is, will you be able to traverse between planets or get the ops on you, basically the police? Stuff like robbing them or infiltrating their bases. Also, will cops be able to like just pop in and try to kill you or do some to you, like trying to knock you to arrest you?
The Intergalactic Police? I don't know what you're talking about.
Who are they? I have no idea what you're talking about now. Now, okay, but for real, in the first world, I can already say, wait, hold on. I need to English too. Hold on. In the first world, there will be some of the police in the intergalactic police, yeah, but they're not very present there yet. But later on, you'll encounter them. That's all I'm gonna say. That's another plot point. Damn it.
We're going to be encountering the Sentinel government.
Yeah. And about the traversing between planets, not. Yeah, I mean, kinda. Kind of
It's a
not.
multiverse, right? I mean, it is a multiverse, so that could be possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's rather than traveling between planets, it's traveling between universes. Yeah, it's a bit confusing, I know, but you'll see. You'll see once it gets released.
You will see.
Okay, so I suppose that answers the question.
I think so.
Okay, then I'll go to the next question. This is from Luukk. Are there any characters you seriously aren't or weren't excited for to balance because of just how overpowered they are or were in the binary Star Wars?
I suppose this question's for me, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, okay, so overall, balancing isn't fun. I'm just gonna tell you that. In any kind of game, it's not that fun. I mean, you have some funny moments, of course, but getting on the right level is pretty annoying, and it takes a lot of trial and error. Unless you have some kind of weird mathematical equation that solves everything, but no, I don't have that. But are there any characters? I mean, I kinda had to downgrade. Is it weight or what? How do I?
I think it's just weight for now.
Yeah, I'll just reference him to as Miss Duo. So Miss Duo is actually very nerfed because he lost his star compass, not shark compass, by the way. Star compass, yes. And I can. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna spoil that. But yeah, I nerfed him a little bit because of his very overpowered compass. So yes. As for other characters, Rodri has also been a bit nerd when it comes to the lore itself. And as for Alexei, that's a different story. Because I'll let you guys discover that yourselves.
Yeah, I can understand why Rodri was nerfed because yes, air powers and it could just implode your lungs by taking the breath. But anyway, I suppose that answers the question.
There's someone who wants to add to this? I think so, because
I don't have anything to add.
yeah, okay.
Okay, and that was those were the questions actually.
Yeah, those were the questions indeed.
Okay.
So we are now going to move to the roadmap. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, this is a roadmap for next year, and this is just a roughly God.
English.
Correctly. This is more just of a we'll try to work on these instead of we'll absolutely do these. These are just more of we're gonna work on these, but we're not sure if we're gonna finish it this year. That's just the thing.
Yeah, it's just a rough speculation.
And
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but is that golf?
that is golf. That is SkyTide Sports, which I showcased earlier this year. That's gonna be a side project.
I'm the most excited for that project, brother.
Trying to get all the pro ranks on all the sports, I imagine.
Yes.
Triple S.
But that's not just gonna be golf, by the way. It's gonna be a lot of other things like bowling, tennis.
Yeah, it's like
Boxing. What kind of other sports are there?
Boxing maybe?
I just mentioned that.
Oh, sorry, I'm not really awake.
Also,
Yeah.
I want to add a little bit of a fun fact.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
When we are going to be streaming at all this year, I'm gonna try to not get Alex's channel copyrighted twice. Like, okay,
Oh, hey, guys.
Hear me-
So,
yeah.
No,
Hear me
no,
out.
no.
This happened before. I was just streaming with Alex, right? He had it unlisted, right? And then a few hours after we finished, he told me that the streams got copyrighted.
Yeah.
They got strike, but since it was unlisted, it wasn't too much of a big deal.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Imagine if you try to dispute that. SkyTide goes to fucking court.
Oh boy. Anyway, let's go back to the topic. Yeah, Binary Star Adventures, we're gonna finish it or try to finish it in early 2023, because despite it looking big, it's actually a pretty small project for what I've planned, because I've only planned 3 episodes for this, and that's it.
Yeah, the only sizable thing for this is just like the kind of the story or the lore or anything that surrounds it.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And then second, which I suppose Red can talk about more, is Learn to Stand. And you might remember the original. I'm like, hey, wasn't that cancelled? Well, yes, indeed, my friend, it was. But let's just say that a couple of individuals inside our team decided to revive it and give it a little bit more of a unique twist.
I'm the revive.
Okay, shall I just talk about Learn to Stand then?
Yeah.
Okay, so as for Learn to Stand, you probably know all those JoJo stands and such. Yeah, we're throwing that away in the bin. That's not our own idea. We do take the stand idea, and you might have seen some of Autumn's stands in Yuji's Creations or Art channel. And those are custom stands, and those custom stands will be used for Learn to Stand. Most notably, Autumn has been making a lot of stands, but I've also invested a lot of time into my stands as well. And we're just trying to make some unique lore, well, a bit, I suppose. And we're making our very own custom stands, so we'll be basing off of the concept of stands, but we won't be taking the whole idea of, oh yeah, this is a JoJo stand, so it's like Star Platinum, the world, etc. You know. As for lore, I won't reveal a lot. For Learn to Stand, it follows somewhat the same premise of the old Learn to Stand, like go around the map, collect arrows, stab yourself, and get a funny stand. In Learn to Stand, it's nearly the same, except instead of arrows, you have tesseracts, which I won't really explain, but they have a funny stand energy, and it grants you a stand. These tesseracts can be often found around the map, but stand collection will be a bit harder, I believe. You will also have different versions of tesseracts, which award different stands and can also be used on stands to grant upgrades. There's like one stand so far that has all upgrades for an evolution. But yeah, it's not much else I can say.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough.
Yeah, it's about combat. We'll try to make combat a bit more interesting. There might even be maybe you can even request someone to go into a 1v1. It could be possible to go into a duel instead of randomly attacking someone on the streets. There will also be NPC enemies you can fight against, and there will also be stand quests, and I suppose that's the most part of it. I won't reveal any of the lore because I might make an ARG out of it if I feel like it.
Oh, interesting. Haha.
Yeah, and I'm talking about a semi-Discord ARG and a semi-in-game ARG, and that's basically for the lore.
Okay. Let's keep it at that. Let's keep it at that.
Mm-hmm.
So next up, we have new title that probably nobody has heard of, except
Well, only a few, but that was because it was an old story project.
yeah, an old story project that's actually part of the Dark Age Hunters universe. Did you say something?
Yeah, I think this was only showcased internally, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So,
Track.
Pat, maybe you want to?
Hey, that's me again. Okay. So I'll just begin at the origin. Altered Venture was supposed to be an alternate Roblox story, which will take place in the Dark Age Hunters universe, but I didn't know when. It is now established in the lore that this takes place before Dark Age Hunters, and it's a Rodri story. Actually, it's a lot more focused on Rodri. There's stories like the Four Gatekeepers. That's a bit more central. You probably don't know about it, but the Four Gatekeepers is basically a story about Rodri, Alexei, and Abe who thwart the evil forces of Unnonia. That's where you have three separate characters, and those are more centered than one person himself. The same goes for the Great Journey. That's also a centered story, although it goes a little bit more in the depth of Rodri. And Altered Venture goes even more into Rodri's backstory, which I think is a pretty nice addition.
So this is basically a Rodri arc of sorts.
It's a Rodri arc, yes. And, well, fortunately, it won't only include Rodri as a playable character, so have no worries. There will be 9 playable characters, of which I won't spoil. But as I said, it goes into the depth of Rodri, and it happens on an island not far off the coast from Hyperion. And the very simple lore is that you might have seen the ARG in Discord before with a Rodri picture, which has hidden texts. And yeah, and that person wasn't Rodri, I will say. Rodri, after the defense of the Four Gatekeepers, the Great Journey, and, well, after another major event that I cannot spoil because it will be revealed in Altered Venture, he gains trauma and develops an alter ego, but that alter ego is separated from his body. So now he has stopped his alter ego from destroying the island and possibly the world. And for Altered Venture, you may have already seen a demo, and it was against Jack. And that was basically somewhat a showcase of the framework.
Oh yeah, I published a Halloween special test game, which was 2 boss battles. Two boss battles against
Jack the Terror and Jack the Fear.
Yeah, 2 different Jacks. They're not the same. Yeah, but that was just a showcase of how Altered Venture might work. But Binary Star Adventures might also, let's just say, might contribute to the development of Altered Venture 2 because it uses the same framework.
Yep. As for Altered Venture itself, it will include 6 chapters, I believe, and there's around 7 to 10 acts per chapter. So it will be maybe a rather long game, but we'll take our time to release each chapter. Each chapter will be released separately, I think. Rarely will we release chapters in combination. But all about Altered Venture, I can say, is it's just a Rodri side story. It contributes somewhat to Dark Age Hunters lore, and I think it's pretty nice. So I suggest you play it when it comes out.
Yeah. I just looked in Discord. I just realized I forgot to invite Meat into this, so I'm sorry if you're watching this, but yeah.
Let's bring him just for the end screen.
Let's give him one cameo.
Let's give him one cameo. If he wants to join, yeah, sure, why not? Why not?
Well, were we also going to play some shit video games or some Minecraft?
Oh,
The Minecraft.
SkyTide has an SMP actually, since yesterday, and that's not something to be fully proud of. But hey, it works.
yeah.
Yeah.
So should we let him in? Or
Yeah,
just
yeah, so should-
Yes,
Let us let him in.
with the God of
someone
Sins.
ping him? Someone pinging.
Okay. By the way, isn't it ironic that he's called the God of Sins? Like, the whole thing of sin is that he get... Never mind.
Imagine if our new hand also just joins.
Everyone joins.
Okay, he's coming. Our new approved intern at SkyTide.
Yeah, let's just wait for him.
So let's just talk a little...
Let me just hold on. Yeah, I have a cool screen set up right now, so yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, actually, Autumn does mention a good point. Nobody knows me is part of SkyTide.
Yeah, that's
Oh my god, yeah.
Mystery reveal!
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh god damn it.
There's basically the Smash Bros. New challenger approaching screen.
Yeah. I'll just,
Lord.
by the way, I'll just cut this part maybe until me join, so...
Yeah.
Oh, never mind, he's already here.
Assalamu alaikum.
What?
Salam alaikum. Okay.
That means peace be upon you.
Yeah.
Or-
Okay, Meat is here, as you can see, he is indeed now a SkyTide intern. So, yeah.
Oh.
He's here along with another new hand who isn't in the call, unfortunately. But we do have a new person in this guy's aside from me.
Yep.
Whose identity we are not going to reveal just yet, because I think we're gonna keep this confidential for now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someday he will his name will pop up in one of the projects
Yep.
that we make.
Meat is part of SkyTide now, and there will be more people probably because I have planned.
SkyTide is a growing team, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm planning to expand it.
Yeah.
Two new people have joined, basically.
Uh-huh.
Me, do you have any wise words?
No, not really.
Ah, okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
Very
for
wise
wisdom.
words. Very wise words.
Maybe just one thing from me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
August should be funny.
Oh! Ow. Very wise words.
Thank you for your wisdom.
Nothing
Wisdom.
more. From me, at least.
So I think this is the end of the podcast, then I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose this is it. We have covered everything so far.
Yeah. So, no, we didn't. So thank you for tuning in today, everyone. We'll see. Oh wait, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! And
This comes out after New Year's, yeah.
yeah, and see you next time, I suppose.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Did the recording.